I'm Dr. Noelle O'Connor, and today I thought we'd talk about some different herbs that'll help with cold and flu season. There's many teas and supplements that you could take, but we're going to stick to mostly teas and syrups for today, and easy things that you could find almost at any health food store, okay? So let's take a couple common symptoms. Let's say you're dealing with a cough. Cherry bark is actually very helpful for like a dry cough, just when you have an irritating sensation in the throat, like a tickle. This works really well. So this is in syrup form, but you can get it in tea form also. A couple teaspoons a few times a day will help. Now, cherry bark is actually in most commercial cough syrups too. That's why they're cherry flavored. So you might as well just go right to the source and take cherry bark syrup instead. So this would be helpful for a dry cough. Like I said, you can get that at any health food store. If you have a cough that's a little bit more mucus producing, like you're kind of coughing up stuff or clearing your throat, peppermint tea is actually very helpful. Tastes really good too. Now, peppermint has been widely known for digestion, but not too many people realize it's a decongestant too. So this might be nice to kind of keep on hand. Peppermint tea. Also, elderberry. So this is a syrup again, but it does come in tea form. Elderberry is really great. It's an immune stimulant. It's also a decongestant. It helps with coughs, also headaches, sinus problems, congestion, and can be taken preventatively too. So at the beginning of cold and flu season, you could take this, or just wait till you start to get some of those symptoms. So this is elderberry. That comes in two forms. There's elderflower also. So that comes in a tea form. That has actually been studied to help with the flu. So very much studied to help with the influenza virus. So again, right when you start to get those symptoms, you could begin to take that tea, and it should shorten the duration of the flu. So definitely want to have that at home. Now, any of the pungent herbs will help as a decongestant. So peppermint, elderberry, turmeric, ginger, garlic, and there's a bunch more. But so the herbs in this family might help you kind of sweat it out a little bit, so to speak, but definitely breaks up things. So want to have this stuff in the cupboard at home, okay? Now, we've been reading a lot about turmeric. I feel like every time we open a magazine, there's an article on it. And it is good. It has anti-inflammatory properties as well. So, helps with joint aches and pains, or just body aches, if you are coming down with the flu. It's thought to help with digestion, boost your mood, potentially helps lower cholesterol, also thought to stimulate the metabolism. So there's a lot of things that it's kind of touted to help with. But we know for sure it's an anti-inflammatory, so which would mean it would kind of help with headaches and all sorts of things. So couldn't hurt to have this on hand and to use on kind of an as-needed basis. Again, this is actually combined turmeric and ginger. So we've got a couple of the herbs working together, which is kind of nice. So these are all good. As soon as you start to have some symptoms, these would help. What if you wanted to prevent colds altogether? And you absolutely can. There's no reason you have to succumb to one or two colds each season. In Oriental medicine, they teach that they take herbs preventatively in the fall and the spring to just sort of head off, these colds and flus and allergies and things like that. So, if you wanted to prevent altogether, echinacea is kind of nice. This you could take on an somewhat regular basis, but as a more preventative measure, it would be best to start it at the beginning of cold and flu season, like in the fall, and then just take it throughout the winter, and then you wouldn't need to take it, in the summer and spring as much. But you can definitely take it on a preventative basis throughout the cold and flu season. This is kind of nice because it's echinacea combined with elderberry, so we're getting, those properties also combined with the echinacea. Most of these taste really good too, so it's certainly no, chore to take them. So good prevention. Again, echinacea stimulates the immune system and absolutely could either help prevent or shorten the duration of whatever cold symptoms you're dealing with. Green tea, pretty much the same thing, if not better. This you could absolutely drink year-round, all the time. In Chinese medicine, we're taught that it is used pretty much on a daily basis. Green tea originates from ancient China, and China still produces about 80% of most of the green tea in the world. So this is preferred, very much so their preferred beverage. So this would be a good idea to keep it in the house. It's an antioxidant, stimulates the immune system, and a lot of the same things as turmeric is thought to stimulate the metabolism, lower cholesterol, things like that. So certainly can't hurt to keep on hand also. So, let's mention vitamin C. That's the one thing I don't have shown. I've always thought that helps. That's something I actually take every day as well as kind of a preventative. You can take vitamin C in the 500 milligram range on a daily basis. The upper level of vitamin C would be in the 2,000 milligram range. And just to give you an idea, when Linus Pauling discovered it and made some recommendations, he recommended in the 6,000 milligram range. So it's very safe, it's water soluble, you can take it to a much higher level. But 500 milligrams a day is probably good. I definitely think that helps, prevent things. Now if I don't have time to make tea, I do always take vitamin C, but I do like quite a few of these too. Other teas that I like, that I happen to find, because one of my herbal companies carries this. This is a type of Chinese tea, and I don't know if you can see the label, but it does just say Beyond Tea Cold Prevention. And I stumbled upon this about a year ago, and I've been carrying it in the office. This has kind of a good combination of honeysuckle, which is good for like upper respiratory symptoms and colds. It's also got chrysanthemum, which is good for headaches or like overall body aches, and Chinese mint, which is good for sore throat or itchy eyes, nose, sinus problems. So it's a nice blend of things, and the Chinese mint has a nice flavor, so it doesn't need to be sweetened at all. And when I found this, it's a bag that is $10, and it has 30 tea bags in it. So I thought, well, that's kind of a good deal too. So I carry this and take this either preventatively or at the onset of any cold type of symptom. So real quick, that brings up the point, do we need to sweeten tea or not? I would rather you didn't. You certainly could put a spoonful of honey in any of these if you needed to, if you didn't like the flavor or found it a little bland. But honestly, in other countries they really don't. You never sit down at a table and have a box of sugar sitting in the middle there. Most of these have a good flavor. So I'd rather, if you could, just enjoy the tea as is, okay? Put a tea bag or two in there, because commercial tea bags only have about 1/7 of the amount that you really need for it to be medicinal. So put a couple tea bags in there, let it steep for a couple minutes, and just drink it as is, and see if you can get used to doing that versus sweetening it. Sugar does burden the immune system, and if you're fighting something, the last thing you want to do is make it a little harder for your body to fight that, okay? So if at all possible, no sweetener of any kind, drink the tea as is, okay? Keep an eye on your diet, of course. We'll talk about this maybe in a different time, but eat as clean as you can if you're fighting something or beginning to feel like you're coming down with something. Fruits, vegetables, soup, stews, things like that. The Chinese believe in warming the system, which is why we take tea instead of just popping a supplement. Warm the system. It'll help you fight whatever it is, and stick to more soups and things like that for the couple days at least that you're trying to get the upper hand of whatever it is that you're fighting. Good. So we want to eat clean and sample some of these teas. Now, if you are interested in Chinese medicine, like I am, I have written a couple books that has more sort of self-help tidbits and techniques in there. So there's quite a few different things you can utilize to help just general aches and pains, headaches, back problems, sore throats, things like that. A couple books I've written. The title is Looking East for Answers, and this is just sort of a general guidebook, and you can get it from our website, either Looking East for Answers or yorkchiropractic.net. And this is a little more geared to weight loss, so talking a little bit more about traditional foods and herbs and things like that that you can utilize to just sort of help get your diet in a little bit better order, okay? So thanks so much for watching, and good luck to you, and check out our website if you get a chance. Thank you.